Hey guys, just recording this. It's been almost a month since I recorded the Lone Star video you're about to watch, and just want to explain. I know I say in here, oh, I'm gonna have all the time in the world. Yeah, when I said that, well, let's just say with my job, I was on what's known as the bench, but since I've been on a project that's just taking up way too much of my time. Sorry for that, but I am getting this done and I am going to try and get back on track. Project's still going, but we finally got in a good balance with everything. So until then, I will be doing, things are going to get better going forward, and at least I'm hoping anyway. I know I keep saying that, but this time I'm pretty confident it will. So enjoy the video and just know that, yeah, things are going to get better. I do promise on that one. All right? Enjoy.
Please note, this is just a review of the final work and not an endorsement of the creator. Any opinion or prior action belonging to the creator involved, unless otherwise stated, are not factors in this review. Thank you and enjoy!
Hey guys, StarCraft here, and well, if you didn't see my little Twitter video, I'm living on my own now, so I can be as loud as I want, obviously within reason, and I can actually get stuff done. I don't have to worry about family or nothing, or dogs or whatnot. Don't worry, the dogs will show up eventually again. I'm literally a block away from where I used to live, so until that though, this is how it's gonna be. And what better way to do it than to do another crowdfunding review. This one is going to be a spoiler-free one, but it's a special one and kind of fitting that I'm changing things up a bit here. My very first crowdfunding review, this goes right back to it, because that one was the prequel and the previous issue of what we're about to talk about. Lone Star by Mike Miller, featuring a hero who, well, we don't see much of him as his hero antics in the first issue, but basically a Captain America XP who is, well, we find out a bit more. I will say this, without giving too much spoilers, we do get his origin story in here. And it's a Captain America pastiche. I think that if any of you read it or saw my spoiler review, relax, I learned my lesson from that one, that you know that, well, yeah, that's basically how it is. But, yeah, let's just dive right in, because we got not just one, but two. Hold on a second. Forgot to remove some space on my phone. There we go, much better. So yeah, let's just dive right, because I was saying, I got not one, but two stories we're going to be going over. Again, spoiler free. I will eventually do a spoiler review when my set gives me the A-OK to do that. But for this, we're going to be talking about both the follow-up, Soul of the Soldier, as well as something that was supposed to be a huge hype for this project, the first crowdfunding. I'm not going to use the community name because a lot of things have changed since then, but the big crowdfunding crossover between Lone Star, Jawbreakers, and Graveyard Shift, Monster Hunt. So yeah, let's just dive right in, shall we? As we got some beautiful covers here, three of which by Mike. First one is Lone Star with Bloody Hands. Then you have the one that I actually backed, and I'll get that when I get it in physically, the Gone with the Wind pastiche. I really like this one. You have another cover, and I gotta agree with Nerdette in her review that the woman looks really, she looks stoned, I hate to say it, just this. And then you got Ethan's cover, which is pretty dang good, I will admit. But yeah, we get all the covers as we open up with what looks to be a vampire attack. Now, those of you who didn't read the first one, and again, I gotta agree with Nerdette, this would have been helped if we got a bit more of a summary page or something. But basically, vampires are a big thing here, and Lone Star is among with a bunch of other military guys who are basically trying to, well, deal with a whole bunch of things, but hunting vampires is a big one. And we're basically seeing this Dracula pastiche biting a woman and everything. Just one moment. And in just a moment, I gotta double check ahead of something. About that, just want to double check the names. But we have Robert Miller, aka, and that's Lonestar, along with Pastor, or Jim Powers. And yeah, they are watching the vampire movie, as Pastor is basically remembering, remember when vampires had class and all that. As, yep, they're just gonna have a drink watching the movie as, well, at the end of, I have the prior issue with me right here. I also have a digital scan and everything, so I'll just show the pages right here. But during all the first issue, Lonestar was basically falling in love with this one woman. And, well, at the very end of it all, he then decides to pull the whole, I can't be with you, otherwise you can get hurt and everything. And, he runs off. Well, during this, Pastor basically is giving him the lowdown of saying, hey, come on, dude, you won't know, and you're a good man. You're a better man than I am. But you can't just live on in a cage of your own design, keep pushing people away. So eventually, he decides, takes Pastor's advice and goes and sees the woman. Jeez, I should have reread through this a bit more before coming in, but hold on. Just going through the scans right now. Angel is her name. And, well, yep, he decides, maybe we should try and give it a shot and everything. And right as he leaves, he leaves to go and help someone else out. Who, if you remember the first issue, he beats up a gang and everything. And similar thing here, he comes in, takes them all down. One of which looks like the guy whose arm he broke in different places in that first issue. And then he talks one of the other guys and tries to talk one of the other guys down. He even says, like, it's your choice. The guy says, I don't have a choice. And then later at the library, he meets up with Angel, and, well, this is where I'm going to end it here, because this is where we get into some of the major spoilers. But rest assured, we got the main vampire and everything. We get a bit more about him that humanizes him. There's a twist at the end that is quite predictable. It is. Not when I initially read it. Initially, I thought I was going to go a different direction, but it ended up going a bit more obvious. I'm pretty sure everyone else will see it. I probably was just looking at it more differently. But does it make it cliche? Not really. Not exactly, anyway. I would more say that it's where, if you're going to make it a trilogy, it's where it needed to go. Unfortunately. And I mean that unfortunately, storytelling sometimes does that. But overall, though, the artwork is still good. Again, while Lonestar's backstory is a Captain America pastiche, it's still different enough. I will say that. And yeah, it does set things up very well for the finale. Interested where that goes. And, well, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. But the bigger one is the Monster Hunt crossover. Like I said, this one, it's more of a Lonestar Jawbreakers crossover with the Graveyard Shift characters involved. And, well, first of all, let's look at the two covers, the two separate portions of a joint cover. Then we have the Secret Wars cover. I love this cover. And then finally you got one by Cannon White, which I really like as well. As we open up with Cecil getting some action with a girl. This is pretty harsher in hindsight, is all I'll say. but it's still funny, and I'm at least giving Mike props for keeping it in and not just removing it. But yeah, monster attack. It's called Monster Hunt after all. As we open up with Lonestar dealing with a gang war and trying to help a girl, and then after they all run out of bullets, he decides to just head on, take the girl off and give him, a big stern talking to him, basically making it clear, you hurt an innocent, you deal with me, think about that. Drops the girl off, and then meets up with Tuan, and basically they find out that they're all suiting up. They got a mission to work on. As we also find out a bit that Lonestar clearly got shot in the eye at one point, and his eye is bleeding, but it's still in place, which tells you he's durable but not invincible. But yeah, they basically meet up and are finding out that there's some monster going on, so they're going to go and deal with it. They have a new recruit among them, and he's ready to show some action. Meanwhile, the main villain of Graveyard Shift, Van Helsing, who is a vampire here, is basically getting told that they found, basically the monster is down there. It's one of the graveyard shifts. So he decides, you know what? What's the name of that mercenary group that dealt with the Kraken for us? The Jawbreakers? Send them in. And we have them. Now this is set clearly between the Lost Souls and God King. As we see Devil Dog and so many others are still alive. And they have a new recruit with name but I just forgot her name right now. Hold on. It's the two new recruits are Stalker and Seance. Seance is the woman and all that. And we get the usual, dealing with a woman the first time out and everything. And now they're ready to head on out, and well, let's just say we're starting to lead into a convergence as they're about to meet up. But I'm going to stop it here with Lonestar and his team, which actually are properly named the Unknown Soldiers, as they're heading out. But you can tell this is a standard crossover, meet-up, misunderstandings, yada yada, but I'm not going to go any further. You guys got to see how it plays out, see what happened to some of the characters, find out what happened to the new recruits and everything, and see how this resolves on your own. But again, this was very well written. It is, like I said, it is stock, but really, sometimes you gotta go with the simplest story if you really want to get the most effectiveness out of the characters meeting up and everything. And given circumstances, we might not have this ever happen again. Who knows? But it's still well written, well handled. Well worth the campaign being delayed, if you ask me. And yeah, that's pretty much the and the two new books. Like I said, I'll eventually do a spoiler review one day. But for right now, for what this is, it progressed things forward. Really, for the main book, it really progressed things, set things up for the finale. Again, a bit stock even with that one, but it still worked in the way they did, and Mike did it. And in the crossover, really effective. Again, very simple, but effective. So yeah, I can't wait for Mike to do the third and final of the Lonestar trilogy. He's told me himself that he's not sure if he'll do more with Lonestar after this. Who can say? I'd be glad if he does. But if he ends it there, at least he had a complete story to tell. And I'll be backing that once it ever gets going. So yeah, if you want to still get a copy of the first issue, the Redux, which includes a new bonus story in there, then check the link down in the description and go and support him. And yeah, it's going to be a new era going forward. A lot more changes. Hopefully going to get a lot more episodes out. Might do a stream later today. Who can say? But yeah, it's going to, like I said, it's going to be a whole new ball game going forward. So until then, I'll catch you guys later.